Welcome to A Dark Path, a podcast exploring the depths of witchcraft, magic, the occult, and all things mysterious. Join us on this journey into the unknown, down a dark path overgrown. Find spells and rituals, folklore and legends. Come, set your candles alight to clear your mind and unwind. Delve into the shadows to uncover a dark path.
Welcome back to A Dark Path, a podcast exploring the depths of witchcraft, magic, the occult, and all things mysterious. I am Kristen Jackson. Am I Kristen Jackson? I am Kristen Jackson.
I am Kristen Jackson.
Upspeak.
You should have to ask it as a question. I like it a lot better.
That reminds me of the time that we put my name and I read that I was I am Kristen Jackson. No,
I am Kristen Jackson.
Wait, that's one of our favorite Ellie foods.
I'm a little sad that the season's ending, but I'm also so excited for all the stuff that's going to come.
I'm Allyson Hemma-Romane, owner of Jupiter's Omens, and I am tired at the end of season 1, but also very much so looking forward to the next season and seeing how we grow.
I'm Heidi from Wise Wolfcraft, and thinking about last season, I feel like it's okay to say I feel a little proud of us. That was a lot of work. Wow, good job, ladies. And I am excited for next year and all the things you guys have coming up in the next year. One more time. All the things we have coming up in the next year.
Today is a very special day. It's episode 23 out of 24 for season 1 of A Dark Path. Woo! And fanfare. As such, we wanted to celebrate with you guys and review how we've grown over the past year. So first up, in our first segment, we have a little game show. There's going to be 9 questions, and you're welcome to play along with us. Make your best educated guess. Make your best intuitive guess. The winner is going to be the one who has the most points out of 9. And we're all playing. We're all going to take turn asking 3 questions. So our first question is, what is our most listened to episode on the show this season?
I'm going to guess Menstruation Magic so many times.
My guess is the Samhain episode.
I want to say our most listened to episode is probably the first episode, just because that's the first thing that people listen to and decide if they want to continue.
Trick answer. That was a good answer. But who was right, Allyson?
None of us were right. The most listened to episode is the one that we did with Susie. It is developing intuition and spiritual connection.
Hey,
that makes me very happy.
Me too.
Oh my gosh, my little heart just like the ice melted and it just like grew like the Grinch.
We deeply miss her, and thank you guys for showing that episode some love. The next question is, what is our least listened to episode, excluding the most recent 2 that we did?
Coming in strong again with Menstruation Magic. I want to catch it somewhere.
I think the least listened to episode is the crystal one.
Yeah.
Personally, yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm kind of thinking the witchy book recommendations was probably the least listened to, just off the top of my noggin.
The answer is Spellin' on a Budget is our least listened to episode.
That's so weird to me.
I know.
Favorite. Like we've been living in this economy long enough. We know how to do everything on a budget. We're good.
Fair, okay. I just feel like that was something I heard a lot, like out in the wild, was people being like, I need stuff cheaper. And I was like, but too, maybe it's saved for a rainy day for people. We'll see. Maybe they'll hear this and think, how did I miss such a fabulous episode?
How did I? With suggestion bangers such as, just go pick up some rocks from outside, guys. Just do that. I don't think I said it exactly like that, but like that was the take. That was the hot take.
Open your cupboards, pick a spice, dog.
What do you think the other host's favorite episodes are? So this one, I guess we could get a half point if we half guess it right. And then the full
Right?
point will be awarded if you correctly guess the other two hosts' favorite episodes. I'm gonna come in strong and guess that Heidi's favorite episode is the, the menstruation magic episode.
God, wouldn't it be weird if it wasn't? That would be fun. That'd be a good twist.
So I also was going to say the moon and menstruation magic, but I feel like I can't choose the same thing. With how much Heidi loves journals, that it's probably the tools, correspondences, grimoires, and shadows.
I like guests. So I was like the Susie episode's up there. I really enjoyed the episode with Justine. I really enjoyed the episode with Tori. As far as like listening and, participating.
So, but what's your
Love it.
favorite?
The menstruation magic one.
God damn, this is my jam.
I would say that Allison's favorite episode, Developing Intuition and Spiritual Connection, the one with Susie.
That was up there for me, but then I also thought maybe Year of the Witch.
So those two are both two that I looked at, but I really, really, really enjoyed the gender conditioning in the Divine Feminine episode, like a lot. We put so much heart and soul into that episode. It's probably one of the ones that I'm most proud of. Such a labor of love. And it was also forever to edit. I think that one is so good. But yeah, those two are definitely up there.
Okay, now we're gonna do Kristen.
Dun, dun, dun.
My guess is astrology basics. I feel like Kristen had a lot of fun during that episode, and I want to say that that's her favorite. Locked and loaded.
I felt that.
Is that
Yeah,
your
you came
final
hot and
answer?
fast with that. I'm gonna go back at you with tools, correspondences, grimoires, and shadows. I don't know. I felt like I learned a lot from you in that episode, so I don't know if that
That's yeah,
Oh.
absolutely fair.
I'm actually really wafting between the astrology basics and the gender conditioning and the divine feminine. And kind of along the lines of Allison, where the research for the gender conditioning and divine feminine was so much fun. Like it was really fun to research, it was really fun to put together, it was really fun to talk about. But I really like astrology basics as well because that too was a lot of learning.
Tell me your
So
type A without
Allie
telling
gets
me.
half a point, I think, because you got in her top two at least.
I mean,
I
okay.
think so.
So that would be, so we were assigning, so I'll do 0.25.
What do you think the other hosts' least favorite episodes are? Let's start with Heidi.
Trauma and witchcraft.
Oh, interesting. I wasn't a part of that one, right? But no, that's not one of Millie's favorites.
Damn it. Kristen, what's your guess?
My brain keeps going to Paths of Witchcraft just because it's kind of information we already generally knew. That's my
Oh,
guess.
so she wasn't like gaining insight from somebody's perspective. It was like very information dumpy, maybe.
Yeah.
No. That's a good guess.
Ooh.
That's interesting. No, and I feel like it's so funny to me because I'm like, stay with me, you guys, because I love the content of the episode. But your guys' favorite episode was my least. It was the most stressful for me, but only
That's
because
right.
I was so afraid to say something insensitive or to hurt somebody, and I was so nervous. And so I had so much stress and anxiety around listening to it because I was like, God, I just hope it sounds as, because we had this very genuine, honest, authentic place we were coming from. And it made me so nervous that we weren't going to be able to express that properly. And then it sounded really good. So I really like it, but it definitely was the one that brought me the most stress by like a landslide. I have so many people who are important to me in my life who cis does not describe them. They are not people who are in,
Yeah.
and I don't, oh, it's like I want to represent the people I love and have them hear it and feel proud of me, not go, what the fuck did Heidi just say?
Where did Heidi get that? Oh my God.
Exactly. So
I
there was
thought we had a
lot of
relationship.
time and love and thought. Anyways,
Yeah.
I know
We're all over
Kristen's
here
your
just like-
favorite. Although, unless you chose it for editing reasons, then I might not know. But if I went by content, and I would say Yule.
For mine,
I think
I'm not going to
Kristen's
say anything.
least favorite, I'm not going to say anything. I think Kristen's is the first one because of the audio.
My personal least favorite, I would probably have to say that, yeah, Yule's probably my least favorite episode just because the season's so difficult and it's so hard for me to like not bring other people down during that time. So it was very difficult for me to like find the uplifting things and, find the things that are avenues that I'm able to like make myself feel better during that time. So
And to be clear, I think you did a really good job of that. You just vocalized that it was your least favorite time of year. And I thought, oh, I bet an episode based all on your least favorite time of year was probably super fun.
because
Allie's
we did
least
Heidi's, we did
favorite.
mine, so it's Ally's.
I think I know Allie's too.
Lay it on me, Heidi. What
The
is it?
Crystal episode.
Really?
I think that your least favorite episode is, I feel like I'm gonna be so off. I'm glad nothing real is on the line. Spelling on a budget.
My original thought was honestly, and this is going to blow everybody's mind, spirit communication. Because, because it was so hefty. And I felt a lot of pressure there, being somebody who does that regularly, um, to like perform and be an authority. And we also had, I don't know, I mean, listeners don't know this, but we had over 4 hours of footage for that episode. It was a long project. So I was stressed out about it. And then I also had to sift and then edit that. So it took me like the better part of like 2.5 weeks. So just because of like the sheer effort, but it's also one of the ones that I'm most proud of because I do think that it's a banger. Heidi, I didn't know that about myself, by the way. When you were like, I don't think crystals are necessarily so much your jam. And I was like, yes, well, I think you're right. I like grounding crystals.
I think you like grounding.
Yeah, right.
That's,
And that's
that's
what
what I think you like. I was like, I think that crystals that are grounding are dope to you because they're grounding, not because they're
they're
crystals necessarily.
right. So I didn't know that about myself. So
Interesting.
I would like to award you a half point because you are very right.
Thank you. Thank you. I will accept a half point.
I did not know that about myself.
What date did we start recording?
420.
I
That's my official guess.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Okay. I'm gonna
I
go
know off the top
last
of my
because
head
I'm
April.
confident. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know for sure April.
That's all I know too. That just felt fun.
April 16th.
I think it's April 1st, but I'm now tied between April 1st and April 20th because I know we were making jokes about it, like, haha, like it was either like, haha, April Fools, we're recording a podcast, or it was like, haha,
Oh,
420, we're recording a podcast. So
I
now
want it to be 420 so bad.
let's see. Let me look it up.
My calendar. I've
What?
got
What day?
April 2nd.
Wait, what day of the week is that?
Second. What day is it? Was it
Yeah,
a Tuesday?
that's fucking right then. You know how I feel about Tuesdays.
Yeah.
That's when I do shit.
Yeah. So nobody got that one.
Dang
It was
it.
on a Tuesday.
And it was
I don't get a
That's
point
so
for the
funny.
2 and 20. I'm reaching now, right? That's
Kristen, I don't know. Do you think we should award her for that? Do you think we should reward her for that behavior?
I feel like you get a big giant kudos and a ha ha ha.
You get a high five, Heidi.
fair. Fair. I gave you I couldn't do the whole thing because it makes me laugh too hard to try to give people my whole Korean girl bit, but I did give you the beginning of it.
What is your favorite quote by each host?
If you came up with a quote for each person, we'll just award one whole point.
And I was like, that's perfect. And I'm just gonna tell you guys my favorite things. So you guys don't worry.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Is that you saying you want to go first, Heidi?
No, no, you misread that. No, I will go first.
Go first. I would be happy to go first, Kristen, if you do not want to go first, because you looked like you panicked a little.
I'm trying to find my list of quotes.
Okay,
I
well, so
will.
I'll start because mine are general.
Okay, go.
I jumped in fast. I'm
You
doing it
did.
now. My favorite things that I like that we did were one is Allie is your poems for the holiday episodes. I love those. Those are fabulous. And every time I listen, I am like, oh, transported. And so it's wonderful. That's one of my favorite parts. Um,
Yeah.
Kristen, I have found the thing that I love that you do, and this is totally opposite end of the spectrum now as far as things that we do, but I love that every time you're about to drop like a ton of knowledgeable information, you'll say, well, I just, or like you, you do this thing where you like minimize and then give like and it's so, anyway, that's the thing I like that you do. I was like, I can always tell when you get ready to throw down because you'll start by being like, I don't do a lot. I just, and then you'll be like, I just, ba 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 ba, and I'm like, get them, girl. So it's both kind of generalizations, but I love your approach, Kristen, I suppose is the way to put it.
You have a
Aw.
quote that you've said or like something that you've talked about that is like your most like favorite thing that you've said?
No,
Weird.
no, not at all. I always am happy if I say something and you guys laugh. That always tickles me. Oh, and also Kristen's speaking voice should be monetized. That's something else I've decided while I'm listening to this. I say it all the time, but every time I'm always like, who is that? And then I'm like, that's totally Kristen.
Aw.
My favorite quotes, Heidi, I'm tied because I really like your deep dives on the mummy. That is always hilarious to me. Uh, because you'll go super hot. I also really like it when you get in the mood to compliment Kristen and she can't handle all of the compliments. Those are moments that I love. Um,
Yeah, the real lip biters.
yeah, I'm the real lip biter. And then for
Aw.
Kristen, um, it was really hard to choose one, but I'm not that celestial from the astrology basics episode. I really want to put it on a t-shirt. I think that it's hilarious to have with like a bunch of planets or stars or something. And then for
I'm
myself,
imagining like lettering with like the pinks and blues and
color.
stars.
And then for myself, the time that I said I heavy pet my grimoire or my tarot deck, I couldn't remember which one it was, but
I
that was
totally
funny.
forgot about that. That was hilarious.
I heavy pet my tarot deck every day. Is that what I said? I don't. It was either my
Don't
grimoire or my tarot.
remember.
No, it was my grimoire. I said I heavy pet my grimoire daily.
Yeah, I think it was the grimoire. Now we're gonna have to go back and listen. My favorite quote from Allison is, "Look at this little dick."
What?
I
I said that I
just
called there was the other day. The other day I called Heidi and I said I got this really cool stick. Do you remember? Do you remember, Heidi?
I do. And what's even more, which we were going to do stuff with those sticks. Those sticks are not done stuff with on my end.
No, mine is still naked, so we have to
I
get
need
together.
to.
Yeah. I need stuff dangling off of it immediately. I need to look like a druid out of D&D tomorrow. And did
Well, I
I
want to
schedule
learn
anything
how
with
to
you?
wood burn. Like, I'm going to put shit into mine, I think.
Yeah.
I'm going to learn a skill so I can do this shit.
excuse me.
Let's set a date. When's
Oh,
the
wait,
best
Kristen, do you
time
have a
to go?
favorite quote of your own?
Oh, sorry.
Uh, gosh, I don't know. I didn't actually think about that beforehand. So for Heidi, my favorite is, "How many people have bones in your house? Not enough." That was like
Not enough.
down my favorite.
I forgot
Not
about
enough.
that. That's pretty
You
solid.
need the bones.
How many listeners does the show currently have on Spotify? Guesses, friends.
I want to say the last time we checked, which was months ago, I want to say it was like 240.
Is that overall listeners, followers? Like, I don't know the difference.
That's our audience
Uh,
size.
Okay.
so like people that follow us or people that
People that
listen
listen.
to us. 173.
Okay.
225.
So all I can get is the audience size over the past 30 days, and that's at 107.
How many followers does the show currently have on Instagram?
29 is my guess. And I don't know why, but it feels right.
I'd say 48.
I'm gonna go with 50. No, 69.
69. Okay. Let me get that for you in a second here, Heidi.
Thank you. That makes me feel like a queen.
47 followers.
Last question from me for this round. How many unique guests have been on the show? I suppose by unique, that doesn't include me.
Right. Or if they're repeats.
I see what you're saying.
Right. So like Tabitha Benvenuti of Phases of Life Crystals was on the show twice.
Wait.
So was Justine.
So she
Are you guys
counts as one.
counting together, or are you guys counting like I've got to try to remember.
And then Heidi doesn't count. Like Heidi's first guest appearance counts, right? So like only
my count is 1, not 21.
Right. Exactly. But does Heidi even count anymore?
Let me count once.
Epic foreshadowing. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Let me count once. I think I should count once. I asked the question and then I'm going to answer like a question. 6?
7?
What did I
was thinking
forget?
6 too. Yeah. Okay. So now when do we do it together? So we got 6, 6, and 7.
So we've
So we've
got
got
Heidi, Andrea Rocker of Rocker's Rebel Homestead, Tabitha Benvenuti of Phases of Life Crystals, Susie, Alexandra from the trauma episode, and then Tori Miller, and then Justine Holden. And Tori Miller's of the Spectral Cottage. Her last name is different now.
Oh yes.
Give me a second.
I'll have to update that.
Tori, newly married woman from the Spectral Cottage.
I loved having Alexandra on, and I totally forgot about her, and that makes me
Yeah.
so sad because it was so much fun.
In my defense, I wasn't here.
In my defense, Tori Wynn of the Spectral Cottage, and then Justine Holden of Ostara Northwest Tattoo.
Gosh, so that's Allyson. You got the point. You got the point.
I'm back in the game, baby.
I was like, if I'm not in first place at the end of this, you cheated. So just that's welcome to playing a
this.
board game with the Haskins. So by
You're
the way,
actually in last place. I'm so sorry.
fail.
Hey,
Dun, dun. No, it's
2 points.
okay. It's all right.
Heidi
I'll
has
just cry myself to sleep tonight, but I suppose I'll forgive you
I
later.
thought you had more than I did. I thought both of you had more
She
than I did.
did. She was holding in strong for the first part of the game, and then we eclipsed her, much like Edward. Hold on, Spider Monkey. Heidi's got 2.5 points. I've got 2.75, and Kristen is our winner with 3 points.
As long as Kristen's the winner, I'm okay with the scorekeeping. If Allyson was gonna win, I was gonna ask for a judge. I was gonna demand a recount, and I was gonna
demand an appeal. Kristen wins bragging rights for the whole next season. She is officially, we should give her a title. Da-da-da.
Queen.
Queen
of the podcast.
Queen of a Dark Path.
I am the
Ooh,
Dark Queen.
Prestigious title.
Oh, the Dark Queen. Yes, we will call Kristen the Dark King.
Dark Queen.
Dark King.
Yes.
Dark Queen from henceforward.
I want to be the Dark Ruler because I don't want to be either a king or queen. I want to be above.
Ooh, I like
Dark
that.
Lord. You'll be Voldemort. Oh my Lord.
We've been traveling together down a dark path. Now it's time to take a break and listen to some of our sponsors. This episode of A Dark Path is sponsored by...
Needing guidance on your dark path? Explore the mysterious world of Jupiter's Omens, offering handmade rituals, spells, and tools to focus your intention during spell work, vintage altar tools and decor, and intuitive tarot sessions utilizing claircognizance. Visit Jupiter's Omens, where the mystical and macabre meet, at jupitersomens.square.site. That's jupitersomens.square.site. Light the way on your dark path with Wise Wolf Craft's unique selection of tools for living with intention. From manifestation kits to altar items and divination tools, we have everything you need to connect with your inner wisdom. Wise Wolfcraft offers Reiki and other energy healing sessions, divination readings, and a variety of classes on topics like intuitive tarot and personalized spell work. Unleash the power within. Visit Wise Wolfcraft today online at wisewolfcraft.com and on Facebook and Instagram as @WiseWolfcraft. Wise Wolfcraft, tools for living with intention.
As we know, and if you don't know, you should know, Allyson is a huge fan of shadow work and personal reflection. She even does it on her birthday. Obviously, we're going to put it into an episode. So, what we want to do is go ahead and just do a little segment on reflection over the season. And one of the first questions I would like, or the first question I would like to ask is, what was the highlight of season 1 for you? For me, I'll go ahead and just go because, get it over and done with. So for me, the highlight of season 1, honestly, it's just being able to I love learning, and learning's my favorite thing. And then I get to group up with amazing people and learn new things and different perspectives and things that I may not have known, or deeper into subjects that I knew a little bit about. And I think the highlight for me is just being able to get together and talk and tell stories and relate and learn new things.
Super personal, I guess, but to make it short and concise, the highlight for me has been learning a life lesson that it's not necessarily how much effort you put into something, it's also who you have around you. Doing the show with the two of you has been life-changing for me. It's definitely changed some core beliefs that I had of myself. So thank you for being here.
That sounds very positive.
Yeah. Let's hope.
It is positive, yes.
Although I would say it's funny because my answer is kind of similar as far as just, I think my favorite thing of this year doing the show has just been watching all of us kind of change, and just in a really positive way. All of us get more comfortable speaking like this, getting more comfortable with each other, learning for sure in general, but also I think about ourselves through the process, right? Because you have to challenge yourself to have thoughts, have opinions, and be willing to go, oh, nope, Allie, you think you nailed this one, or whatever, or, oh, hey, Kristen, I wasn't thinking that's the way that should be. I think it's been, I don't know, I've really enjoyed that. It's been really, how I feel about people who have similar opinions, but not exactly the same. They're very fun to talk to.
Yeah, it's been really eye-opening. And I guess okay, so I guess that was kind of cryptic, right? And I didn't give enough information, but yeah, it's having a safe space to explore yourself, and then one of your biggest loves, right, is the hobby, the thing that has given all of us some sort of fulfillment and meaning and purpose, right? So it's been really interesting to come to a place where fumbling is okay. And then also just the attitudes that the two of you have towards work, and the attitudes you both have towards mental health and physical health. And it's been amazing to have the two of you around. So I'm very thankful, not only professionally, but as friends, of course.
Same. I really have, that's just enjoyment wise for the last year. I really enjoy this. This has been something that's been really nice.
Like a beacon.
Well, it was interesting to me too, because I know it, but then even recently when we took just a couple weeks in a row where we weren't quite connecting, and then we finally met up again, I was like, oh, thank goodness. Was how, you know what I mean? It was oh, good, here we are. It was very nice to, be back with you ladies.
You can't see all the little heart hands that we're putting up with. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, I should probably go for the next. I'm over here gushing. What is the best book, movie, or song that you discovered through the show or a guest? I'm trying to pull up my list, so feel free to go, anyone.
Yeah, I'll go right out the bat. Tori introduced me to Sleep Token, and my life has never been the same. Oh, thanks, Tori.
So, and I'll be really quick with mine, because I have a book that I'm interested in that I've heard of, but I still haven't looked into it because I'm lame. but I want to look more into the book Allie recommended all the time ago, which was The Witch of the Year, The Year of the Witch, The Calendar of My Own. I want that badly to be more integrated into what I'm doing. I've started kind of taking principles, but I really need to just sit down and read it.
I don't know if mine counts because I don't know if we actually talked about it on an episode or just like in general, but The Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch. I had never watched that until like you guys started. Well, I think Heidi and Holly actually started talking about it, and I'm like, oh no. And then I finally was like, oh, I'm gonna watch it.
And
Made
you
my
like
little
it?
scientific
Or
nerd happy.
which
Yeah, I liked it. I like the fact that it was definitely something weird is happening. Let's go figure it out versus like I don't know. I guess I was just expecting it more to be like a Blair Witch, like people running around and spooky sounds, but nothing ever happening. And it ended up just being more scientific, and I thought that was pretty cool.
what message do you want to leave listeners with as season one comes to a close? Allison?
Uh, just really jealous because this is your time to shine, Heidi. Um, what message do I want to leave listeners with? Don't be afraid to try new things because you never know what is going to resonate with you. And also don't care about other people's opinions, like release the judgment and stuff about it. Um, be respectful, right? But also don't judge yourself and try new things.
I want listeners to walk away from this season feeling empowered to find answers, not necessarily to get them, but to look for them. Like being able to not just be like, oh, I was raised this way. This is my region. That's all I know. That's all that. There's a whole entire world out there. And then past that, there's all the planets and all the stars and cosmic craziness going on. Plus, there's also the inside of the earth, and who knows what's going on down there. So don't even get me started on the ocean. The ocean scares me. My thing that I definitely want people to take from it is just that learning is okay. Like I think for myself growing up, it was definitely like, why do you want to know that when it's a quote unquote bad thing? But then myself getting into it and being like, oh, Buddhism is different, but it's not a bad thing. Putting spells when you're making, when you're making your food and putting love into it and putting all this stuff into it is not a bad thing. It's just a different way of doing things. And I think that's the thing that I really want people to come out of is gaining that knowledge is okay, searching for answers is okay, and along the way you're going to find so many freaking cool stories.
For me, I think that I hope people walk away from this feeling empowered, I guess, small, big story short. I hope people feel like they have learned something and that they are gonna stick with us for next season and some more. Very short and sweet for me. How has your perspective changed since episode one?
I would say that my perspective has changed since episode one, kind of more along the lines of a little bit. I still have, definite confidence issues, but I think a little bit of confidence boost, like being able to be like, oh, I actually do have something to say, and oh, I actually do know things. And, being able to kind of just push off a little bit of that self, I don't know, self-hating kind of behavior and that I keep thinking of self-destroying, like pushing myself down when really I know more than I really thought I really did. I have more to say. And just because maybe people in the past have been like, oh, that's dumb, or, why are you, trying to research this, or why is your belief that way? That's stupid, or whatever the thing has been in the past, that it's like, wow, like sticking to my own self and reading the books that I wanted to read and gaining the knowledge and talking to the people that I wanted to talk to just in life has been kind of a confidence boost, but then like being able to do it on a public platform and being able to share that with other people is also such a confidence boost as well. So I think that's where my perspective has changed of like from the beginning to now.
I think it's cheesy again. Um, I'm really good at delivering like cheesy information without emotion. My perspective changed in the way that when I conceptualized doing a podcast on witchcraft, I thought, oh, I hope someone who likes spending time with me wants to do it with me. And maybe we can entertain people. Maybe we can have like an edutainment show and it'll just be fun, exploring our own personal crafts or something like that. And as time has passed, it's come to be that we know that we've made an impact on the lives of other people and helping them find like confidence in their own spiritual practice, whether it's witchcraft or not. And then also finding confidence and compassion for themselves on their spiritual journeys. And that meaningful work coming out of nowhere is, I mean, it didn't come out of nowhere. Uh, I'm a super deep person, and I feel like with the three of us gathered, it was going to become that anyways. But it's just completely, the show has become something other than what I originally thought it would be, and I'm incredibly grateful for it because it's nice. It's nice to help other people. Like that's a thing that I love to do, and so I'm grateful for that shift. What about you, Heidi?
Well, I think both of you guys said things that I definitely feel and relate with. But to shake it up a little bit, being able to speak on subjects where I am still gathering information or subjects where I want more information. I used to have a lot of fear around that, I guess. And knowing that when you're around the right people and in the right environment, you can speak authentically and allow your like words to come through the three gates, right? Like, is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? Right? And and then if your intent doesn't match your impact, it ends up being okay. There's a conversation to be had. I don't know. I came into this kind of afraid to talk about this stuff because, again, okay. I was raised Catholic. Obviously, there's some people in my life who are going to hear what I'm saying here and not agree with me, and that's a hard thing for me. And so this has been cool for me because, while I am somebody who speaks a lot, I am still somebody who's finding my voice too. And so having this be a place where I felt like I could talk about this authentically, safely, and leave myself room for growth. Feel like, okay, well, if I get new information, I'll just update my opinion, and that's going to be an acceptable thing, was really empowering too. And that's the shift that's definitely happened for me over the last year, is feeling like that place exists and it's here.
What episodes do we want to do in the future?
An aliens episode very badly.
An aliens episode very badly. Noted. I'm writing it down right now. And maybe we should title it that, an aliens episode very badly.
Very badly.
I had suggested
I love
earlier, just we randomly do things that are only vaguely related. And that's what we call it. Vaguely related.
Oh yeah, that would.
Aliens.
Ooh.
Vaguely related.
Do I smell a
Little mini
special?
episodes.
What about you, Kristen?
I really I want to do myth episodes. We kind of talk a little bit about like different, gods or different pantheons, or different things that have happened or stories, but I want to kind of like pick something, kind of delve into it. I think it'd be really fun to be like, this episode we're talking about Athena, something like, and not necessarily just like a biography of like Athena, but like how could you bring that into your life or embody some of those traits and kind of
Ooh, like
mix it
individual
in.
deity or entity episodes where you kind of like
Yeah, like deep dives on a specific entity.
Yeah. Like you want to embody the Morrigan? Let's jump into it and see what she's about.
I feel like it would be fun too if we like did a pantheon, like took all of the Norse, right? And then like we all like picked our favorites, picked our favorite stories, picked like, just whatever's. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously we'd have to choose ones that we know about.
I mean,
But
we could pick ones that we don't and do a bunch of research. It
Yeah.
would be a bigger project, but like maybe we
that's true.
do
That's
a
true.
bigger one like that once a year where we don't know anything, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Like draw it out of a hat and be like, you get
Japanese.
Kronos.
Oh, I know though.
I would love to do Japanese. I do not know much about like
So many
the Asian
fascinating Shinto
cultures.
things,
Like,
dude.
So many, and the stories are so good. Since we're all Reiki certified, as seeing as Heidi's our master, um, I think it would be fun to go over like self Reiki techniques. And I don't know if that fits in with the we have an episode planned about like taking care of yourself as an empath, so maybe it would go in that one, but I feel like a whole episode on like simple self Reiki for in between sessions with someone would be good, or maybe. And then being a witch during a fascist regime. So,
being a witch during the Handmaiden's Tale. Just kidding.
yeah,
Tale as old as time.
right. What are you most excited for about season two?
Witches and weed.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I think that's going to be super fun.
Yeah, we have
Because
some plans about launching a Patreon and having a tier where we get high and have conversations with
oh,
y'all. So that would be
it's
fun.
so fun.
I'm excited. That's the thing that I'm excited about too.
I think we could do it on a really big group Zoom call and it could be very fun and funny. I think like we three together and then like if we're
Smoke them if you
like
got them.
listeners want to be so funny. I have done this before, but I was thinking in the context of us, it would be really fun. But where we host a panel and then people can come and either get reads or ask questions and then we all answer, take turns answering.
That would be so much
That'd
fun.
be super fun.
Yeah, it's I have a bunch of ideas about it, so that's the short version.
I've been about what I'm excited for season two. That's kind of where my mind is going. I've been thinking about taking the podcast to events, or like how you was saying, having a panel where we do like a meet and greet, or have a venue where we like do a show where basically we do like a live version of the show on a topic, witchy
Love that.
conversation with others, and then they can ask questions and things. I think that would be fun. So those are things that I've been thinking about in alignment with Heidi. What about you, Kristen?
So my first thought is like, oh my God, if we do videos, I'm gonna have to put on makeup because I'm gonna have to put on some kind of makeup.
It's a
But
when, Kristen.
that's
It's a
kind of
when.
so my goal with season two for myself personally is to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? More present, like online, like trying to be a little bit more active during like social media and like different things like that. So adding in witches and weed is super exciting, super fun. I'm so thrilled for that. We kind of mentioned like the Patreon, being able to like connect and do things through that as well. I feel like season one, we've got through the hoops and the hurdles of starting a podcast. We got through what do we do when things go sideways or someone gets sick? And we kind of like have worked through a lot of that. So I feel like a lot of that kind of technical stuff is going to be a lot easier in season two. But also, we did a lot of the beginner series, and now we're going to be able to like dive into some of the more like niche topics. We were talking about possibly doing a soul contract like reincarnation one. My real want and my real goal with the season two is to just have more and or better connection with our listeners.
We've compiled a blooper reel for you. So this is all of the stuff that hit the floor and didn't stay in the show. It's fun.
Da, da, da.
I don't have anything sexy to say. Is it in there? Am I just not looking at it?
Let's go.
I'm ready. And you can follow Wise Wolfcraft at nope.
Hanging on.
Holy shit. I don't know. That's all I got. I'm not doing any more. No, I'm in flow today. I got it. Let's do this.
I'll tell you what.
Heidi, did you not like that I told people not to eat the stuff that they forage?
That made me laugh.
That's how
I
you
just
go.
was thinking about you continuing to tell people to check their carpets for magic stuff. And then
Dude, I
you're
find
like,
pins,
YOLO. That's like
pins,
for
staples,
fucking
like
real.
all kinds of shit like that, right? Like, I
Check
don't
those
know.
curtains, check those drapes, check the carpets,
Nails popping out of your
check
drywall.
check the field.
Magic is everywhere.
Grandma's chicken salad.
Blah, 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 blah.
No, I'm just in a vaguely sexual headspace, I think. I don't know what's
Vaguely
happening.
sexual.
Where are my notes? Da, 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 da.
Your response to us being like, oh, very, very offering. You're like, what's happening?
What's happening? I know. What's happening? You guys are understanding.
There's a baby. Oh shit, kitty cat, go. Any hoozles.
Also, I sent that link to that song, Business Time.
Well, thank God for small favors. I'll be pulling that up immediately.
Let's see. You were like blah 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 stuff and things, and we're like, yeah, that's awesome.
Holy
You
water.
found it is fun.
No, I like my demons in there. I want them to stay. The holy water would get
Dude,
rid of them.
same. Me and my demons.
Like this, fingers crossed, tight. You gotta look deep into those eyes so you can just divinate. Everybody in Milwaukee is like, we don't sound like that.
As I was saying.
I feel like with that reaction, it was something spicy. I don't know.
No, I'm always embarrassed because I'm like, oh, whoops, my whole family just came in during the podcast. And it was like, how long do you cook the lasagna for? And I was like, damn it, I should have like wrote it down. But whatever, it's
Yes,
fine.
spicy lasagna.
That's so the lasagna emergency diverted.
What is this? Mostly water. Isn't it already wet?
It's too early for this existential conversation.
Nope, never.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
that's both the Scorpio and the neurodivergent in me. It
Well,
is never
I mean,
too
I
early.
do agree. However, I'm thinking of listeners.
You know, the thing that I was gonna say before I was so rudely bought lasagna. No
How
wonder
dare they feed you?
you smell like
Scotch,
cheetah
Scotch,
piss and gasoline.
and gasoline. A glass box of emotion.
You know, I'm not gonna say it's not you sometimes. Like maybe you're an asshole. I don't know you. Yeah, it's very true. You may not
differently.
always...
Sorry.
Okay, have we reached our urination point?
We have reached urination station.
Urination
Wonderful.
station.
Somebody
Kristen.
did artwork, like AI artwork of Eros, and I'm sharing that. There you go, Heidi. You're
Thank
welcome.
you. That's what I'm looking for. Like when I sent you pictures, who was it I sent pictures of the other day that I found a
Nanos?
sexy version of?
Her nanos, because I was describing
that
him,
was
and you're like,
dope.
oh, he's
I was
hot.
like, oh, somebody made him sexy. Perfect. I just throwing it out there. I want my gods and gods to be sexy. I want them all to be very sexually attractive.
So far, I'm 2 out of 2
It's
for
important to
sexy
me.
gods.
That's the only way I'm going to call you deity, not entity. If you're sort of sexy, then we'll talk.
In my defense, there were multiple planets aligned.
You know what? That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's the best defense I've heard. Second witchiest thing I've ever heard on this podcast.
Because I was singing, okay, my computer just popped up. It's like, are you playing music right now? Girl, I know I don't sound like the soundtrack.
Sorry, it wouldn't unmute. I'm like, click, click, click. Come on.
Do you want to switch places with me? Do you want to do like more this episode?
I want to talk about
No.
what?
Okay.
I mean, sorry. No, I don't.
Grounding scientifically is an
Yeah, but it's like restate. Have you ever heard like? I mean, you're the writer.
Heidi, your hair looks great. Oh my God. Sorry.
Oh, thank you. Are you dancing out of this? Are you dancing off stage?
I'm trying to drum up some energy. Excelsior? I don't know what that is.
To make that part of the Patreon.
Excelsior!
Keith's thoughts. Can have
Heidi
Keith's
says that we
thoughts.
should make that part of Patreon where there's a whole section that's just Keith's thoughts.
I love it.
Can have Keith listen to the
He's
episode and just
blushing.
leave
He's
comments.
blushing and he goes, "Oh my gosh."
See, it's great. That's totally Patreon material.
Eh,
My people are fucked
Well,
up, dude. I don't
Clearly.
and if you find yourself under the mistletoe with them, you better be kissing them or you ain't getting married.
Because they will not be pardoned for their crime.
I mean, Mad Dog 2020. That's all I got to say.
Shit flies like a
love that
steakhouse,
episode.
but it handles like a bistro. Ah, it's out of control.
Are we ready to start?
Welcome back to the dark path. No, sorry.
I am Kristen, little bit of ghetto duck.
Clove and nutmeg. Nutmeg?
Ba, 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 ba.
I am
It's
fully
cold.
sober. I'm fully sober. I'm menstruating, but I'm fully sober, okay?
Okay,
What
that
is
takes a
going
lot of
How
brain
sad
power.
for you.
What the fuck? Okay, let's try this again.
This is still me. This is still me.
What is a
Oh.
Gordy? Wait, let's just keep going.
What I tell you about the orgies, folks?
Everywhere.
Amazon Women in the Mood. That's like one of the best ones. That's I
Yeah.
never thought I'd die that way, but I'd always sort of hoped.
That's the episode that Amy becomes Kif's Mizmar.
Oh, does he? Is that how that episode ends?
Yeah, she like fights her
Wow.
way through the thing to save him.
I
Yeah.
remember. Oh, me way. I remember. Good stuff. Classic rating.
It's when they were on the spaceship and then there was like a wind or something opened and then they were all getting sucked out and then he
That's when she
touched
gets
Leela's
pregnant.
hand. Is this Mizmar before or is that because of the pregnancy?
I think they become Smizmars first because the reason Amy is the mom and not Leela is because she's the Smizmar.
Right.
Remember, he's like, there's the DNA,
Makes
but
sense.
then the Smizmar is the
Right.
real parent.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
That was some heavy Futurama lore
Okay.
right there, guys, but I'm here for it.
Dun dun dun.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Heidi?
No, I was listening very excitedly though. Sure was.
Shit. Which was your blah, blah, blah.
This is where we are. You guys both look confused. Am I at the right spot?
As this is the dark shit. When to become as this period of the fucking words are hard. Shit. Mission chair. Don't put it in your mouth. Ta-da.
Are
Turn on my mic.
you painting your nails at present pine green?
Oh, baby. And they're sparkly.
Wow.
And it was made by a local artisan, Dainty Digits Lacquer. She makes all of them in her own little business. And it's
Wow, I
really
didn't expect that
beautiful.
to turn into a plug, but I'm very glad that it did.
Shit. Why are words so hard?
Yeah.
It helps if I have my mic unmuted.
I love how Kristen's gonna have to edit that burp.
I'd still drink Slurm.
Ew.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Are we ready to try this again?
Sure.
Okay, one more time for the kids in the back.
And then the worst comes to worst, you got a projectile weapon.
Transmute our crystals when we cleanse them. Could you hear my email arrive?
Yes.
Great.
Blah 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 blah. It's like the divine feminine, dark feminine. I'm going through some of that right now. Possibility.
Where are we at? Bill Nye over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to yeah.
That's-
Oh my.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's
Time
the
jump.
blooper inset. All of a sudden, bloopers are done.
So how things have changed over the last year? Well, we started recording in person and pretty quickly figured out we wanted to do Zoom instead. This improved our sound quality and editing time a lot. I think it was also easier for us all schedule wise, since I live quite far away comparatively.
Yeah, nobody has to drive in the wintertime when it's dark at 2 p.m. So it works out well. And we could also record then later in the day. Lots of positive changes from that. But also too, it's helpful having our machines in front of us. Like I don't have a laptop, so we can like pull up research on the fly and we can have the show notes not printed out. There's all kinds of benefits to doing it over Zoom.
So Heidi started off as a guest, and Allyson and I just loved having her. We absolutely thought that it was just beneficial. So we decided to have her to have a permanent spot for her. And any episode that Heidi wanted to be on, she was able to come and she was able to come. Wow. She was able to join us.
I don't want you to
Um,
come.
Lucky me.
we have since transformed Heidi from a guest to a demi-permanent host, as we like to affectionately call her. She is a staple on the show whom we love having around, and we hope that the listeners, you guys do too.
Oh, thank you. That was so nice.
Heidi, how do you feel about being a demi-permanent host?
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. And I think you guys both know. Only demi-permanent because of my inability to commit to the workload that both you amazing women are putting into this show. So that's something the viewers might not realize. But I get pretty much
Right.
the royal treatment around this joint, where I get to show up and talk and then disappear again. And these women work their asses off to get a production put out. It's pretty impressive. There is editing and sound quality and meetings on Sundays and all sorts of wild behind the scenes things that are going on. So I very much love and appreciate the amount of time and effort that these gals are putting into this. And one of my goals this year is to try to get myself in a place where I can contribute more because I love this and I want to be able to contribute at a permanent host level.
The next big thing, how things have changed, is that we get recognized at events in the greater Seattle area. It's pretty wild when that happens. The first time, I feel like I about passed out. Someone was like, "Oh, I know you from your podcast," and I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" But it happened as early as like 1 month in. I don't know. It's kind of like the world goes still, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, this person. Do they want what version of me are they looking for?" Like I kind of like freak out. I'm like, "Do they want like?" genuine me? Do they want like podcaster me? Like who do they like what do they I mean, not that I'm not genuine as a podcaster, but like you have to I have to push myself to be more confident as a podcaster and a business owner. So it's like what version of confidence are we looking for here? I think my favorite instance was there was a couple that came up at the Pacific Northwest Witches Market Yule event. And I was doing readings for 2 days there only. And they heard my voice and recognized me and stopped and chatted. And they were asking about where Kristen was. And I was like, oh, but Heidi's here. And they were so excited. All three of us met them and spent a good amount of time with them. And it was just so wonderful. That's probably the most memorable run in because for me it lasted like 3 hours.
I know just a couple you're talking about, and that was a huge impact on me too. It was one of those like divine timing things because as I think I've mentioned on the show several times, this time of year is a hard time of year for me. And so having two people that I genuinely didn't know come up to me and tell me what I was doing was impacting them positively made like more of an impact than I think they either of them probably even intended to make
Oh
on my
yeah.
dating life. But I was like, it like almost brought me to tears. And it was in it like even talking about it now because it's like that's why we do it, right? Because we want someone to take something away from it. But the way we do this, we're pouring our little hearts out into the void, and you
And
don't
there's
know
no
much if
response.
anyone's hearing it, if any, and so it was really um just some much needed, very positive feedback at like exactly the right time.
It's a time of year where I wonder what I'm doing. And I believe the two of you were in the same space. We actually ended up sharing a hotel
Questioning
room
everything.
that weekend with Heidi, her sister, who dare I say we will have on the show in season 2 if we beg and
Whoa.
twist her arm hard enough.
I'd love Holly on here.
But it was me, Kristen,
And
Heidi,
Becca.
her sister, and then her cousin Becca, who does artwork. You can check it
Sunflower
out.
Punch.
Yes, on Instagram, Sunflower Pop Shop. Her stuff is super surreal, super cute pop stuff. Love it. Any hoozles. We all shared a room together. We were all kind of going through the same thing where it's like, what am I doing? Like trudging along, kind of like dealing with stuff being thrown either way. Um, and we would just have like little conversations building each other back up. And that's when we met this couple. And it's just absolutely reinforced the time and effort and energy we spend speaking into the void without any feedback.
Right,
Right.
exactly. It takes a lot of time. And like for perspective, for people who haven't put a podcast out before, like when you record, it's actually like months sometimes before we go from recording to on the air, right? And so then there's this even bigger delay for us because it's like I put something out there, I've said it, but then it has to get edited. We have to do all these things. And with me, it takes a lot of time to edit what I have to say because I say a lot. So time, right? And then we get out to like 2, 3 months later, and then it finally lands on the air, and then we have to wait to see if anybody cares to reach out and say anything about it. So it's a lot of waiting and not knowing.
I'm along the same lines as you two guys. The most memorable interaction is this couple. And I'm there, I'm like quote unquote helping out, basically like just not really doing much besides looking at other vendors and then taking a nap. I was taking a nap in Allison's car and I wake up and there's this text message, something to the effect of like, oh my gosh, this couple, wow. And I'm like, okay. So I come back in and she's like, yeah, they went to go say hi to Heidi. They'll probably be back, maybe, hopefully, we'll see. And then actually being able to like have a conversation with this couple. And I mean, it wasn't so much for me like, oh, you guys are amazing and like that ego boost, but it was so cool to just be able to be like, I want to hear your background. I want to hear where you're coming from. So being able to hear like their own perspectives as well as their like religious, cultural, whatever backgrounds, that was it, man. Like my gosh, if that couple is listening to this right now, you know who you are and we freaking love you. And if you ever have any questions, let us know. If you just want to chit chat, I'm down. So that was definitely the best, my most memorable interaction as well.
If I were going to say a thank you to the fans for this season, I think that we talk a bunch about, I mean, we did today about needing a safe space to speak and all of that stuff. And the audience, you listeners, are part of creating that experience for us. Um, as we said, if you're not here, we're just speaking into the void, which doesn't quite hit the same, the support, the community. I don't know, just I feel like I can't wait till we get to engage you all out there more so we can show our appreciation more. I love getting to talk about this stuff and I getting to do it with two people who I adore. So I feel like just a big, deep, genuine thank you because you guys make it so that we can do it.
Ditto. Allison's turn. No, just
Kristen,
Nailed it. Nailed it.
I want to thank all of our listeners for going down this dark path with us through this podcast, around some bends and curves. We've had wonderful time doing just researching, producing, editing, just being able to chat and share some knowledge and maybe a joke or two. And I just thank you so much, for listening and going along this ride with us. And hopefully you'll continue down this dark, lovely, beautiful, owl infested path.
all infested.
Okay. The owl's going,
I said that out loud too. I wanted to hear how that felt.
How are things going at home? Oh, it's owl infested.
Yeah, that sounds scary, actually.
Yeah. This owl infested
okay.
path. I want to give a big personal thank you to everyone who's listened to the show. It's been so meaningful over the course of this year to sit and have deep conversations about making witchcraft part of your life, deepening your spiritual connection, adding spiritual rituals or learning about different aspects of the craft and spirituality. Um, this is something that I really wish existed when I was first learning, and it feels good to be able to put it out there so that it exists now. So I am deeply appreciative that somebody cares about the mission and the work that we do and the people we are and the hearts that we have. Um, it means more than you could ever fathom to us. So, on that note, thank you to our listeners for joining us on this very special episode that we had tons of fun doing. It was also super emotional. Kristen cried a few times. I think Heidi was fighting back tears.
Allie tried to call people out. You're like, Kristen cried. I saw her. Is it you too, Heidi? You know,
That hard.
you're a big crying baby.
Heart.
Oh, you guys have feelings. I'm proud of you.
Hey, you don't have to cry to have feelings. Don't
You
worry.
don't.
That just means you're extra salty. No liquid to waste.
Oh, like soy sauce.
I
Um,
love soy sauce.
Anywho, we deeply, deeply, deeply appreciate your support and hope that A Dark Path helps all of you grow personally and in your practices as much as it has helped the three of us so far. We are always looking to connect, as usual, as always. If you have any topics you would like us to discuss, any questions, or you want to get to know us better, please email us at adarkpathpodcast@gmail.com. I'm Allyson Hemma-Romane, and you can follow me at Jupiter's Omens on Instagram.
I am Heidi Stock, and you can follow me at Wise Wolfcraft.
And I am Kristen Jackson. And as always, you can follow the show on socials at A Dark Path Podcast. We hope you'll be joining us for our final episode of season 1. Thank you so much for listening. And as always, thank you for joining us on this journey down a dark path.
This was so cute. I feel like this is one of the hardest episodes to record. It was so sweet. Like,
So cute.
Cat
We
is
like
currently
each
licking
other.
my
We're all
arm.
friends.
I'm so glad that we do this together, guys.
It is now that our time together must come to an end. Thank you for joining us on this journey, a dark path come to a bend. Find us here bi-monthly on your favorite place to stream, and follow us on social media for news in between. A dark path is there, winding and waiting ever. May you craft peace, knowledge, and alignment, so shall it be, or something better.